Okay, this is AlgoPrimeMagnus, and what I'm just showing here is the addition of a third time frame. It's currently being considered, and hopefully it'll be something that we can code into the system. So this would be the entry chart. There are two other charts, one being a trend, the other being a pullback. This here would be the entry chart. This is all I can actually show you at this point, and we're hoping to put boxes in just as they appear here. And all of these boxes will appear well in advance so that you will know exactly where the zones are in the wave that is constructed by using three time frames. So in this case, the buy zone would have been here. This begins with Monday. This is October 26th, market open right here. And you would have had a buy zone here. Again, if you have this in full automation, it would look to be taking a long somewhere up off of here. And again, we're looking for scalps, particularly depending on the size of the time frame that you're trading. This is the YM. It's a relatively small time frame. There are lots of trade opportunities that pop up, but depending on the size of risk that you want to take, you can either enlarge or reduce the number of trades just simply by enlarging your trend bar size. So this is kind of what it would look like, and you can see there would have been a sell zone here that got passed up. This actually turned into, it went one tick below the buy zone, so it should be right about there, one tick below. And so it went into a sell mode, went into a buy mode, went into a sell mode as the market continues to chop around. Then we had a sell zone, sell zone. This actually moved into the sell zone by about 3 ticks. This moved the full 6 ticks and passed. And then around after 10 o'clock, we had several sells as the market slowly began to creep up into the buy. And we had the pullback for a buy zone right at 540, not time, but in the YM was at 17,540. And the bar ticked back into it 3 ticks and took off. Another buy zone here. Now we're into the sell mode. The sell zone would have appeared here. And so anyway, this is kind of how this is going to work by adding this third time frame. And this is only one setting using only one wave. You can add wave 2, add wave 3, wave 4. Using the same trend size if you want. You can change trend sizes. I mean, there's a huge number of options in terms of constructing your pattern trade. So this was a sell zone. This one turned into a buy zone. Well, I should say the trend changed right here to an uptrend. Then we have a buy zone here. We have a buy zone there. It didn't actually reach past the bottom. If it had ticked one through, we would have been into a sell mode. I think in some cases, if it just reaches the bottom of this box, it would have turned into a sell. Here's a case in which it just touched the box, and it would have issued an automation, a sell, wherever you chose to take your sell in here, X number of ticks across the previous bar's opening price, which this would have been bought right here. And sell zones. Another sell, ticked right up into it, so we have a trend change here, up, hit the buy zone back here. We hit a buy zone that then rolled over, came back into a sell. Now a trend change again, up, buy zone. This buy zone went through here, and it turned into a sell zone, backed up against here, 3 ticks into the box. Trend change up, short play, trend down. This is what this would look like. You'd actually would have a sell box right up here, waiting for price to come up into it, or at least touch it, which it did not. This is a trend change up. It didn't actually come down that extra tick to hit the buy zone, so in automation it would not have taken the trade. But you can, so this kind of gives you an idea as to where these boxes would be located. Okay. There's a buy zone there. I believe we are into Tuesday. I wasn't paying attention to the bottom as I was moving this chart forward. Well, my apologies for that. Sell zone just hit the top. Buy zone right here. Sell zone that is eclipsed. Trend up, trend down, trend up. Buy zone that turns into a trend down. Sell zone that also gets eclipsed into a buy. Buy that's eclipsed into a sell. I put this yellow box on here to show you that just simply using the very same trend, I added wave 2. And wave 2 would have come in right here. I'm just giving this as one example. I didn't go back through and chart all of the wave 2 buys, but this is an example as to where wave 2 would come in. So you can choose wave 1, you can choose wave 2, probably have less frequent trades on wave 2. I'm not suggesting necessarily better trades, but just to say that there are many ways in which you can do this. So here is a sell zone. It actually gets eclipsed. As the price hits the top, it's now trend is up, and the buy zone is here. I think this takes us right into the end of today, Tuesday, 10/27. So here we are. Right here was the last buy zone. Well, right here, right on across until it got eclipsed, and we had a sell zone in here. You can see the market kind of chugged. I wouldn't have been trading this, obviously, 1 minute into closing, but that's what you have right here. And then price was eclipsed right there. All right, well, I thank you for watching. If you have any questions about Algo Prime, interested in it in some way, once we are prepared for the release, I'll keep you updated on that. And thank you for watching.